Go ahead.
Hello. Okay. All right, guys. So today we begin a new semester on passing the knee shield. Now, there's a chance, I reckon, that some of you, like what? What are you looking at? Some of you might not be super familiar with the knee shield, and might not be super on the up and up with some of the dynamics present in it. So the first thing I want to talk about today, the first thing I want to just frame is what it is that this knee shield, shin shield position affords the bottom person. What are the factors that we have to take into account? So we're going to switch, and you're going to be on top. So the knee shield is basically when I have a half guard, but I put my knee in the way. Really should be called a shin shield because it's my shin, not my knee. But I don't want to sit here and talk about pedantically go over this too long. Y'all have heard this before, okay? Now, there are three primary things I have to concern myself with as the top, so Chase, I should say, has to concern himself with in dealing with this guard, okay? Number one is I can use my knee as a framing mechanism, right? So if he tries to smash into me, I have good structure between him. Now, there's very important nuance we have to get into, or I want to touch on with this, which is that I can use my frame to just keep him away, so you try to get close. That's all well and good. Keep coming in. But I can also use it as a support mechanism to keep him at a certain distance while my hips start to move him around, right? So it can be a frame to just stop him from getting close. It can also be a frame that I use as a support as I take his momentum against him, right? Does that make sense? Pretty straightforward, right? We're back. So again, I can use this as a frame that if he smashes into, I just keep him away. I can also use it to lift him up, and so on and so forth. That's one. Number two, why am I looking at people? What's this he's doing? Is I can use it as a frame to kind of create tension to then release that tension, right? So if he's smashing in, right, I can go here, and then do me a favor, and I want you to kind of like reach, kind of try to get over top of me, is I can kick through and get under, right? So I can use that as a creator of tension and then slip that tension. It's actually a really cool example of that is that Conor McGregor-Donald Cerrone fight. If you watch, like everyone was talking about the shoulder strikes, and what he was doing was he was putting his head, basically, say right here, putting his head against Cerrone's chin and pushing in. So when Cerrone pushed back and he slipped, boom, the shoulder made contact. So it wasn't just like he was throwing shoulders at him. He gets a frame, slips the frame, and clips it. So we can use the same dynamic in the knee shield, right? I can keep this frame against him, and when he pushes, slip the frame and transition to something different. The last thing we have to take into account is that because the knee shield is not necessarily an enclasp guard, like I can enclasp my feet, but I don't have to, I have freedom of mobility with my legs. Meaning like at any time, theoretically, this can just come out. At any time, theoretically, this can come out, and so on. This can move, this can move. This becomes really important because, as we'll get into in a minute, if he like weaves his arm through these legs for like this leg rope pass, and I can get here, well, I can just kind of like open this knee up. If he drives his weight too far forward, right? Likewise, if we go back, if he goes for that same leg rope, go ahead and just go for that same leg rope, I can pull this leg out, and now he's in a triangle. If you ever roll with Marshall, this is like a thing Marshall is really, really good at, is he gets this knee shield, establishes that frame, establishes some points of contact, and when you keep trying to pass, he'll kick that bottom leg out, slip the frame, kind of combine 2 and 3. Slip the frame and mobilize one of the legs, right? So the first thing I just want to play around with you guys, the first thing I want you guys to kind of move with is feeling what it feels like when you try to put weight against this knee shield and they put into practice some of these ideas. So if we switch, let me get you here. No, right here. No, actually a little bit. Okay, right in the knee shield. So he's got it, right? So again, if I just pressure into him, just to keep me away, if you can like really lock that out. All right, but putting all those weight for nothing. Doesn't even help. Right, get bigger. Damn. Oh no. She's like, don't, bro. This is actually an intervention. Right? Additionally, so you keep me stiff, and then I want you to sort of start pulling your knees to your chest when you feel the moment. If he holds his frame and pulls me in, like like think of it, don't slip me, but like lift me up.
Oh.
I'm here, and he starts pulling his knees in. Yep, pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in. Ah! Right? That's a sound I make when I get sweat. Don't worry about that. Right? This is what I do. Okay? So he can use these knees to kind of load me and support my weight, right? Likewise, he can slip. So if I push in, he kicks it through, pummels that underhook. Right? Meaning just, so don't pull your leg back. Just push this, and when you feel the moment right, kick hard. Just kick straight through. Good. Right? So I have to be mindful of this. You go back, and then finally, I have to be mindful of the fact that he can mobilize his legs. So let's rotate this way a little. So if I'm here, he widens his knee to the left, destabilizes my weight, likewise. He pulls this knee up, right? Pulls my elbow through to slip the frame and get to a triangle. Hold, yep, boom. So I want you guys to partner up for a couple of minutes and just play around with that, okay? Play around with just feeling that knee shield, feeling what it does, and feeling what it feels like when you try to put weight against it, and basically you get fucked up for it. This is really what happens. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? Yeah? Kill it, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.